stole from a can. Broke his back for 43 years. Gave it all to the factory, his blood, sweat, and tears.
All right, folks, thanks for tuning in again to the Kudzu Magazine presents the Ambassador of Southern Rock YouTube channel thing that I'm doing on the side, my side hustle, so to speak, and really getting some fun interviews these days and stuff like that. And I want to ask everybody to please subscribe to this Ambassador of Southern Rock YouTube channel, because subscriptions really helps for me to let everybody know whenever I post something new, because I want people to know about these bands that we're talking to, especially these young bands that come across my desk, like the one we're going to talk to today, that just kind of blow me away, caught me off guard. We're going to be talking to Chris Kelley, the lead singer and bass player for an excellent band called Tennessee Champagne. I'm glad I said that right, because I was talking to somebody earlier and I said Tennessee Moonshine, which is basically the same thing, but it's a different name. Quick lesson, folks, on submitting CDs for review. I get literally hundreds of submissions after doing this for 25 or 30 years. I get hundreds of CDs. But before your music ever makes it to our CD player, it has to catch my eye. You need an appealing band name. Dead Babies or Flush the Fashion may have worked for Alice Cooper, but you're not Alice Cooper, okay? A nice cover design or logo helps. Sometimes having a big name guest on your album helps, but it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes artists employ star power to draw attention from their own, lack of excellence, so to speak. So it's a double-edged sword. Main thing is, don't send me a ton of paperwork. Send me your CD. I'm not going to read the paperwork. It's just going to be more stuff, more trees destroyed, more landfills full of junk. So at the most one sheet, and printed on one side, hopefully. A single one-sided sheet. And also start the album with your strongest song. It's no place on a debut album. It's no place for you to be artistic on your first album and pull a Pink Floyd. You can do that after you become a household name. When you first start out, please put your best stuff up front, because lots of times that might be the only song that I hear. If it don't catch my ear because I got to go on to the next one, I'm sorry. It's not being judgmental, but kind of is a little bit. Let your influences show, but don't be a tribute act, okay? Let your influences show, but be original. Another thing that helps is if you'll remove the shrink wrap from the CD. I know that sounds crazy, but when you have so many coming through, your fingers get dry and all, and it gets frustrating. And I have been known to just say, I'll screw it, and just take the thing and throw it in the trash. But believe it or not, that saves a bunch of time. Another great thing is send me a sticker. Everybody loves stickers, especially if it's a cool looking sticker. So I'm saying all that so I can tell you that Tennessee Champagne hit on every single selling point. Cool name, check. Attractive logo, check. No pile of paperwork, but a single business card, and the guy had written the link to the electronic press kit. Now we're talking. Man. The first song, Wicked, rocks. The second song rocks. And I can pretty much count on the rest of it rocking, and so on. The influences are very clear. Skynyrd, Allman Brothers, Black Crowes, Blackberry Smoke. But Tennessee Champagne has their own niche, their own style. This is the kind of band and the kind of presentation that you want to emulate, okay? Write that down in your little black book. They have already risen to the top of the stack before I've even sat down to study the album. So that's my lesson on submitting your stuff, not just to me, but to any publication for review. So we're going to welcome Chris Kelley now, who is the bass player and the lead singer. And Chris, I'm going to invite you to be a member of a club I started in 1998 called Buffalo's Big Boy Club. I started the Big Boy Club because at the time I was 6'1" and about 450 pounds back before my gastric bypass. But anyway, former members include John Belushi, John Candy, Sam Kinison, Chris Farley. That's the comic end. And then musically, Leslie West from Mountain, Meatloaf, and a good friend, the late, great Gig Michaels of a group called Swamp to Womp that we lost way too early. But the big boys rule. And when I saw you, I didn't want to form a judgment before I heard you sing, but I kind of did. I looked at the band pictures and I said, okay, I like them. They got the big man, they've got the Native American, they've got young whippersnappers playing Les Pauls with Dwayne Allman straps. You can't go much wrong than that. Can't get much better than that. So, Chris, just a few questions to introduce everybody to your fantastic band. And I will say that this is one of the best things that's happened during this terrible 2020 year that we've had. Thank God for great things like this that come across my desk and make me feel like maybe I'll put the gun away and not do myself in. It's great stuff. How long has your band been together, Chris?
Oh, we've been together for about 2 years.
Yeah, it's really cool. How did you first come to form this group?
Well, I was in a cover band here locally in the Northeast Tennessee region, and I kind of made the decision to form an all original, just good old fashioned Southern rock band. And I kind of started looking around for a guitar player, and spent actually over a year looking for a guitar player that really fit the bill. And I found Jonathan, who's actually lives like 3 doors down from my parents.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of how things started, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
That's cool, man. He's really I was watching him on YouTube. He's really a hot player too, and obviously a good songwriter. You and him together written some really good songs here on this album. I was going to ask you what it's only been a couple of years, but what have been like the high points for you so far musically?
We've got to open for like Bishop Gunn and play with a lot of other really cool bands like Otis and John Mother Mary, and we just did a run with our friends in the Comancheros out in Midwest. We're just getting to get out and meet new people, and just make music the way we want to make it, and just let it come out naturally, I guess.
Yeah, one thing I was going to ask you, I know it's a cornball question, but I play guitar and sing, but I've always wondered is it hard to play bass and sing for you to do that at the same time? I'm not coordinated enough to do that.
It's tough, and I kind of, write things around the lyrics and try to make it a little easier for myself.
Yeah.
But it's something I've done for the past 10 years, and it's kind of second nature now.
Oh, that's cool. Were you born and raised there in Tennessee?
Yeah, born and raised in Elizabethton, Tennessee.
Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, my old friend Charlie Daniels used to always say, "Ain't it good to be alive and to be in Tennessee?" It's a beautiful, wonderful, such a wonderful state. I mean, I love it. Who would you say, if I ask you who your major musical influences have been along the way?
I mean, you really covered it all earlier there. You know, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Allman Brothers, Black Crows, Blackberry Smoke. You know, really, that's the big four for me. You know, and Mountain and you know, the whole '70s, you know, rock scene was fantastic. You know, we like, you know, the heavier stuff along the lines of Sabbath and stuff like that as well.
Yeah. Were you a Van Halen fan?
You know, I really like a lot of Eddie's guitar work and stuff like that. A little flashy and, you know,
Yeah.
showman for me. But you know, I really appreciate their work. I mean, they had some really great records.
Yeah. I was telling somebody the other day, and you know, you got to be careful these days because everybody wants to fist fight you over things like that. But I was telling somebody how much more I liked it when Hagar was in the band than with David. Uh,
Yeah.
and I saw it both ways, but I saw both versions live. But when Sammy Hagar in Charlotte, they just blew me away. I mean, it was irreverent rock and roll the way God intended it to be played. I mean, just anytime you bring a car out on the stage like they did, and Sammy's jumping all over the hood and all while he's doing I Can't Drive 55, I was like, well, yeah. So I just had to ask about Eddie because we've had so many. It's terrible how many losses, you know, we've had lately music wise. Just you know, I was telling a friend of mine today, uh, I said, you know, there are no original members of Molly Hatchet alive now. They're all dead.
Hmm.
And he said, well, yeah, guess that rock and roll lifestyle eventually does catch up with you know. And, you know, they say that live fast and whatever it is, live fast, die young, and leave a good looking corpse, or live fast and die hard and leave a not so good looking corpse.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's all good. The tell me just a little bit about each of your bandmates, please. We want to give them a shout out.
Yeah, absolutely. Jonathan is 21 years old. You know, grew up on the '70s rock and roll. I mean, he's kind of like a time machine, man. You know, he wears bell bottom pants, and you know, he's just that kind of guy. And then Tim, he does all our key work. He's from Southwest Virginia, on top of a mountain. He lives up on White Top Mountain. You know, so he's a good old country boy. He likes to hunt and stuff like that. And you know, he's a classically trained musician. And you know, he grew into the role of, you know, doing all the Southern Rock B3 stuff with us. Dan Britt, our other guitar player, he's a kind of a legend around here. You know, he's been in the scene for much longer than I've been alive. You know, he toured the country with a few different bands. He was in the Toby Jug Band back in the day. Him and Bill both played with the Toby Jug Band and toured with one of the Van Zant brothers, and did a lot of big national tours. And then Bill, who plays drums as well, you know, played with Toby Jug, and he's been in the scene for a long time. But he kind of adds a extra, you know, heavier flair to what we do. You know, he does a lot of double bass stuff, and he's able to add some cool accents for us.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, it's great. Um, well, you're pretty relatively young band, so it's kind of a loaded question to ask us. But what? How did the COVID thing affect your band?
Well, I mean, we had a lot of big, you know, out of state shows and stuff lined up that, you know, completely just fell apart. We picked a great time to release a record, which was, you know, right when the pandemic started. You know, we're set to, of course, to release the record. We pushed it back a couple months. It was supposed to be like June, and we pushed it back to August, and we just kind of couldn't sit on it anymore. So we went ahead and released it on August 1st. But I mean, it's we've really been trying to work as much as we can, and we've been working on a new record. and really just trying to get new music out and, as well as promote the record we have out now.
Well, great. Is this album, is this your first album?
It is. Yeah. It's our first full length album.
Yeah. You had done an EP previously, right?
Yeah. We released an EP back in March of 2019.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I've already, I posted something on YouTube this morning about your band, and I've already had 2 or 3 people write me and ask where they can buy your CD. So do you want to answer that question?
Sure. Yeah. Just tnchampagne.com. We have our stores set up there. You can buy our CDs or shirts or stickers or anything like that. You can all buy it there.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's right. They can get one of the stickers just like mine.
Yeah.
A die cut sticker is a good sticker. I
Yes.
like that. That's going to look good on my guitar case whenever I finally get my lazy button gear and put it on there. So that's great though. Let me say, I was going to wrap up by asking you, well, first of all, your social media, you said your website was TN Champagne?
Yep, tnchampagne.com.
Yeah, as in T the letter and N the letter, not
Right.
T and, but TN Champagne. And do you do Twitter, Instagram, any of that junk?
We do, yeah. We're on Instagram. We're not on Twitter, but we do have a Facebook as well.
Oh, that's cool. All right, man. Well, you kind of already answered it, but your future plans are, I guess, continue working on the new album, and do you have any shows on the books planned?
Yeah. We'll be we're playing a couple local gigs here in the next few weeks to kind of just keep going. We have some shows in Middle Tennessee later this month, and we've got some stuff coming up. But next year early, we plan on really hitting the road hard as we can, and hopefully the COVID thing will kind of let us do our work and let it happen.
Yeah. I understand. That's the way I feel about it. I've got a lot of lots and lots of musician friends that are really struggling because, I mean, and a lot of them that you would think are well off financially, they're like, well, no, not if we're not touring, we're not well off.
Right, exactly, yeah.
It's the only way you make your money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've seen people that are heroes of mine that are playing concerts on YouTube for tips,
Yeah.
So we just do what we got to do, right?
That's it. It's got to survive.
Well, I'll tell you what, man, I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time, and I hope that everything clears out so I can come and see you guys play. And my dream is to promote a kudzu concert. We've done a bunch in the past. I'd just love to do one and have you guys playing with Blackberry Smoke, and another band that I love is the Georgia Thunderbolts.
Yeah, that's right. They're awesome.
Yeah, get all these similar type bands together and just have a hootenanny. Thank God COVID's gone party or something.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks a bunch, and you continue to. What am I trying to say? Continued success to you. Okay.
Thanks. I appreciate you, man.
All right. Thank you so much. Later.
Later.
My granddaddy was a hell of a man. Got his strong from a jogger to scope from a can. Broke his back for 43 years. Gave it all to the factory, his blood, sweat, and tears.